Hello and welcome to Gardening at 58 North. In this video I'd like to show you a group of new plants that I've recently acquired, and I'll hopefully be making them into new bonsais. So these are all Cotoneaster plants. They're all self-seeded from a larger plant. This type of Cotoneaster is called Cotoneaster horizontalis, and the reason for that is because if you go against a wall it grows completely flat, and you can see all the growth is quite horizontal as it grows out, so that's why it's called horizontalis. So this type of Cotoneaster is completely hardy in the UK, so I'll be growing these as outdoor bonsai. I won't be growing them in the house. I'll maybe take them into the house occasionally just to speed up their growth or just to have them somewhere more prominent so I can see them, but otherwise they'll be living outside. So I saw these seedlings and I thought they looked actually quite good for bonsai, especially this one here. You can see they've already got quite a thick stem starting on them already. And the leaves are a very small size. You can see they're a really nice small size stem, leaf, sorry. And the stems also naturally, they thicken up quite quickly, so you can see even on this new growth, compared with the size of the leaf, the stem is actually quite thick, so straight away you can get some quite thick branches. You can also see the main trunk there is already quite thick, and these are only 2 or 3 years old, these seedlings, so they should do quite well. Now, the really old Cotoneasters never get a very thick stem, but certainly after 2 or 3 years they do thicken up quick. After that, the thickening up does seem to slow down. As you can see, they all seem to have this nice clear stem and then lots of branching, which is a great shape for starting a small tree. In the bonsai form, you can see there a good selection of branches. And it's good that they have so many branches coming out at the one point. It gives me a lot of choice as to how to grow the bonsai. Also, these clip really well. You can cut them right back and they'll re-sprout very easily, so they make good bonsai. The only downside of Cotoneaster horizontalis is that it tends to grow very long straight shoots without branching at all. But fortunately it has so many side buds that if you cut it, it will very quickly start branching, and so with a bit of pruning that leggy growth can quickly be rectified. So these are the ones I've got now. The very smallest one, which is probably this one here, I will probably try and make into like a micro bonsai, a really small bonsai tree. I won't really grow this one on much more, just keep it really small. The other ones, what I'm going to do is I've recently transplanted them and it's currently October, so I'm not expecting any more growth until spring. So these will be kept outside on the balcony in the cold, and hopefully the roots will develop and they'll be ready to start growing in spring. Because they've been recently transplanted, I'm not expecting any growth, especially as it's so cold at the moment. Even if I brought them inside into the warmth, they probably wouldn't grow much because they've got transplant shock. This one was also quite interesting because it's got a nice curved stem there. You can see the trunk is nicely curved. And I have actually buried some of this trunk. There's a bit more further down. It's got a nice kind of S shape to it. You see this one is also got an interesting curve to it. It's not completely straight. And the other ones are more or less straight, but they have got some nice bends and curves in them, so you can see they will eventually make quite a nice tree. In fact, even this one, even if I trimmed it back already, it would already be quite a nice little bonsai shape. Same with this larger one, even if I trimmed it back now and made the branches much smaller, it would already have a nice bonsai kind of effect. As I said, I'm going to leave these to grow, and the reason for that is because if you allow the plant to grow quite big, it will thicken up the stem much faster. So I'll let them grow quite a bit and then I'll cut them back hard probably next summer to get a good shape. But with the exception of possibly one of the smallest ones, this one or this one, I'll try and make up into a bonsai in probably the next few months. So that's all for now for my new bonsai collection. As I say, I've got 5 of them, so hopefully they'll all survive, but they have just been recently transplanted, so if I lose 1 or 2 I won't be too surprised, but that's it for now.